down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
They'll look to throw again. On target to Laporta. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. De'Ami Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there. Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Gibbs. and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now, faking the give, taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That one broke it up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Again, working deep downfield.
Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the... Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. They'll begin here on the ground. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Hurts gonna hold on to this one. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down as the tackle's made just shy of the 30.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. .21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. They'll throw out of the gun. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he'll take it on in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. And he missed it. Missed the extra point. No good. And the score remains the same. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Hurts will try it again. That's caught left side by Goddard. That's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for another Eagles. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. This one caught the 4. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will cut it to a 2-point lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and now it's 4th down. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. 3rd and long. Hurts. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll look to throw. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. What a performance. Reception number 14 for the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now a loose football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Now a give up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the 22-yard line.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where they're go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Hurts working in the pistol. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he has yet to find anything to lean on in this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run here with Gibbs. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Here's the Lions punt team now. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Hurts to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. Yards are hard to come by there. We'll work it down to the 37-yard line. Now they'll set up to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
First down, Detroit.
Back to throw. This one snagged by Smith and Jigba. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to keep it himself. And the Lions are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There he goes. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. A pistol snap back to Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The Lions offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. The rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. So 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
Hurts will try it again. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, but my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Hey, yo, fresh out the fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fate now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new ain't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans.